Hello, this is H&G Spirit Messages, and this is a few of my predictions for the month of July. Now, there is something going on right now behind the scenes that we're not aware of. Now, there's going to be some type of crash into something. Now, hopefully it's not a plane crashing into a building, but I do see another issue with airplane flights, airplane motors, the Boeing or something like that, engines, again, another big issue going on here. I also feel like there might be something in reference to a boat, a cruise, a ship, something that ends up either disappearing or having some kind of difficulty where the people cannot, for whatever reason, get back, whether a whale, I don't know what it is out in that water, but something in the waters is going to cause a big problem for that huge boat. I don't know what that is, but something's not good. It's almost like the boat fills up with water, so I don't know what that's about. I also see a lot of people out in lifeboats and life rafts and all that kind of stuff. So life jackets, things of that nature. I also feel like I see something to do with something crashing as far as the housing market or possibly the stock market. Something's getting ready to crash. For some of you, it's advised to keep half, sell half. I don't know what that means. I also feel like there is going to be something going on here through the government, through the presidency here in the United States, which is going to talk about somebody questioning something, whether questioning the authority of somebody or questioning the ability of someone or questioning somebody's mental status or questioning a situation that has to do with a decision not being made properly or not going through the proper channels. Or for some of you, you're going to understand this a little bit clearer, where someone in the government, whether it's the Democrats, Republican, whatever, but somebody is playing both sides of the fence. You're going to hear about that. It's almost like a trick, or somebody scamming something, or somebody acting one way or saying they're one way, but their actions show that they're supporting the opposite. I don't know exactly what that's all about. There's also going to be something, unfortunately, to do with police officers wounded or hurt. And I feel like that's not far from my area. So that could be Cherry Hill, that could be Morristown, it could be Maple Shade, it could be Mount Laurel, it could be Cherry Hill, it's somewhere, Voorhees, it could be anywhere around the South Jersey area. I also feel like there's more to come in Florida. There's something else going to be falling down, maybe one or two more buildings coming down out of the blue again, other people, more people getting hurt. I also feel like there's still so many more missing from what already happened. There's also something going to go on in California, which is going to have to do with an earthquake or a situation that occurs very soon. There's also very devastating storms heading toward, I want to say, like around Virginia, that area, devastating storms within this month of July. Let me just put it that way. In the month of July, something quite devastating. But I also feel like there's a lot of issues too, like I said, between California, then I see Florida. I also see Texas having issues again with power outages. So that is what I'm predicting again in the month of July, something to do with the power grid or something of that nature. So stay tuned about that. Some of you may also start having a lot of technical issues with your phone, or things not working properly with your computers or whatever, may have trouble or access getting to something. But I think a lot of you are going to see what's going on. I also feel like for a lot of you, you're going to get more stories or see more stories about UFOs existing, about, possible life on different planets again existing, whether that's Pluto, whether that's Mars, but I'm telling you, you're going to find out that there is actually a sign of some kind of life somewhere on one of the planets, is what I'm hearing. I also feel like for some of you, there's going to be something that gets recalled, something that a majority of people have taken. It is not a vaccine that I'm talking about at this time, but it is in fact something to do with a medication that is very well known that a lot of people had used, which is causing problems or possible side effects that is going to be pulled off of the market. You'll hear about that soon. All right, so that is pretty much the predictions that I have right now. I also feel like a lot of you are going to be able to understand more about the paranormal, about what things really go on that you can't see, things that are working behind the veil, so to speak, but not in a good way, but the things that are also shadowing around you. For a lot of you, aliens do walk this earth. They are here. They are looking like human form when you're passing them on the street, but they're not speaking to you, so you have no idea. If they were to try to speak words, when they spoke, you would know their voice sounds different. Something's quite different. Whatever that is about. But a lot of you are going to start to realize that this paranormal, which people used to think was just a fun show to watch or something fun to do, you're going to find out that there is, in fact, a lot of truth to that. There's a lot going on that many don't even understand or know about. There's also going to be some type of equipment, maybe produced even better than what's out there now, to be able to detect different life forms or different species of life. There's going to be something coming up that is quite shocking and almost terrifying, almost scary. For some of you, it feels like a lot of you may have a funny feeling when you're looking at dolls. D-O-L-L-S. Dolls. There's something quite strange about some of the dolls that are now being made, like the Annabelle doll, and remember Chucky doll with Tyler. Well, there's something strange about them. There's almost a sense of life to them. Could it be, now I'm asking you, could it be that there is some type of spirit within these dolls when they're getting made? Is it created during the thought process of how to create these dolls and make these dolls? What ingredients they're using? How they're shaping the faces? How they're, making their expressions? Some of them can talk. So what exactly, or where exactly does the energy come in that starts to take place? Is it created from the person making the dolls? Or is it in the ingredients that dolls are made with? Or is this something that happens after the doll is made? It almost comes to life form. For a lot of you, I know you have a lot of fears of clowns. You have a lot of fears of mirrors. A lot of you fear black cats. A lot of you fear witches. A lot of you believe in old wives' tales. A lot of you believe in, bad luck to drop a mirror, break a mirror. A lot of people believe in bad luck to go under a ladder. Please comment down below this video what things you believe, step on a crack, break your mother's back. What kind of things did you hear growing up that make sense to you or that scare you that it might be true? What kind of things did you learn about as you were growing up? What type of fears did you have due to all these different things that people talk about now? For some of you, as a child, you may have done that little thing where you look in the mirror and you say certain things a couple times and you would see the devil. I forget what that was, but for some of you who can remember that, please comment down below. But it's a scary thing. And a lot of people said that it worked. I personally never used it. A lot of you get involved with Ouija boards. Be very careful doing that. You are opening up the door to so many different things. Ask Tyler. He uses a Ouija board often, and he has in the past. But I will tell you, Tyler has had some spirits with him at a hotel. Tyler had spirits in a car. Tyler had spirits in a house. So there's been a lot of things that Tyler has experienced on Tyler's Tarot. A lot of things he experienced that had to do with spirits. The funniest one was when one was in his room. Literally in his room and acting like it was their room. And it was really Tyler's room when he was traveling. I forget where he was going to, but it was too funny. And I know he has a video somewhere on his channel with that. You have to ask him. If you go on his channel, you have to ask him about it. But he'll tell you about that. That's Button snoring over there, just so you know. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, you guys, as I was saying, so you heard my predictions of what I'm talking about. They're just some of the things that I understand right now. I also understand that probably by the year 2030 or so, I'm going to say the next 20 years or 30 years. It might go as far as 40 years, but some of you might not be here by then. But cell phones will be taken away or banned. There are so many different things coming from all these electronics that we're using. There is definitely a lot of frequencies that are not healthy for us as well as being careful for air pollutants such as Agent Orange and other things that are going to be coming around us or polluting our airs. A lot of us are worried about this COVID. A lot of us are worried about other strains or variants of it or whatever. But the truth is, there's more than that that's coming this way. For some of you, if you can remember swine flu, if you can remember different things from the past, there used to be bird flu, there was all kind of different stuff. Well, something's returning from a long time ago. I'm not sure what that is, but there's some type of disease or illness, something that's widespread and something that can kill millions and millions of people. And listen, you guys, the worst is not over yet. We think we got through a lot with this COVID. We think finally we've gotten to the milestone now where we don't have to wear masks in public places, so they say, and this and that. But hold your pants on tight, because until the next election comes, pretty much until either Trump gets back in the office or somebody else takes over, we are going to go through at least 2 more serious phases of something. Something. Not quite sure yet what that is. I can't see it as clear. But I do know that we have some devastation coming, and we also have something to do with water issues, either too much water or not enough water, something of that nature. So be careful, but mark my words and remember that I gave you this information today for Thursday, for July 8th, 2021. Remember, I created these predictions.